session today. Let's just start with the introduction. Uh, Let me just introduce myself. This is Amol Dikshit, and I've been running this Stanford Developer Group since almost like 2 years now, more than 2 years now. And we've been hosting multiple sessions throughout, like every month at least, we try to say host one session. And after that, I've been part of Top Coder Recruiter board member as well, and also presented a couple of sessions in Dreamforce. And yeah, I like to have the Salesforce time wherein I can learn from all of you guys and share some knowledge which I've learned so far. And also, I live in Stamford, Connecticut, and I work in New York City. So that's the brief from my side. And I've been working with Salesforce technology since almost 14 years now. So yeah, so who wanna go next? I can see like season Christina. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Do you wanna introduce yourself? Introduce yourself, Christina. Okay, maybe we can go with next one. Aisha, do you wanna go introduce yourself?
Yes, Amul. Hi, Amul. Hello, everyone. I am Sanjana. Uh, I am a current graduate student and I am wishing to pursue my career in Salesforce. So, I would like to know more about Salesforce and its applications and everything. And I would like to do more certifications on this.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Welcome, welcome, Sanjana.
Yeah,
Um,
thanks.
we have Aisha, I guess. Aisha, do you
Yes.
wanna? Yeah.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Hi. Good morning, everyone. This is Aisha. I've been attending this Salesforce user group for 6 months now. But most of the time, I come virtual and sometimes in person. It's a very interesting group, and I get to learn a lot from Amul and other guys. Yeah, I'm a certified administrator, and I'm looking for new opportunities. I have over 3 years of experience working in the Salesforce ecosystem. Looking forward to learn from you guys, and
Thank you.
thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Aisha. Christina, I thought you were unmuted, so I just saw your text.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I'm fine. I'm audible. I think so. Hi everyone. I'm Christina. I'm a Salesforce consultant, and I'm working with the ecosystem. I think for about 5 years, and I'm also a certified administrator and a certified service consultant. So I'm just curious about the capabilities of the Einstein bot. That's my idea.
nice. That's cool. That's cool. Who else do we have on the call? Uh, uh, okay, so I think that's it so far, I guess. So yeah, so I will just let before we start with the presentation, I think I will just wait for a couple more minutes, not minutes, a couple more seconds, and we start our presentation. I'm just still looking if anyone is trying to join in person because this is like a new location for us. We used to meet at different place, but they closed. So we're just trying to accommodate this new place now. So just give me a few seconds before we start this session. Okay, so let's just start now. So what we're doing, are you guys able to see my screen? Let me just put it in the
Yes, yes.
entry mode. Okay. Okay, so today we are going to talk about Einstein bots. So this is the forward-looking statement. That means that just tells you that whatever purchase decisions you're gonna make, that has to be made based on the current products available in the market. Uh, so yeah, this is a little bit introduction of myself, and I think you've already talked about it. So if you wanna connect me on LinkedIn or send me an email, feel free to do that. I'm just gonna move forward. So before we move forward, how many of you have heard about Einstein bots? Have you guys heard about bots? Like, have you guys used any bots in the past? Anything? Okay, so
No.
as you, okay, so if not, that's fine. If yes, that's good too. So if you have already familiar with the bots, that will give you an idea wherein uh, bot is the kind of service which is mostly used for the self work. Example, if you have any services which you want to provide without the help of the human intervention, and you want to apply as much as automation you want. So bot is the kind of service which we're going to talk about that, like how to do it. But before we do that, I'm just going to talk about some benefits about chat and how that can be used in Salesforce, right? So first of all, first important thing is like quick case deflection. Because what happens is sometimes there are few questions which customers has or maybe your end user has, which can be solved pretty quick instead of creating a case and then assigning that case to a specific person who's going to read it. So instead of going through all this hassle, you can literally ask your chatbot to answer a specific question right there and make them happier because you're getting an answer literally right there within a couple seconds. Second thing is like reduce wait times. So basically, when you are creating a case or and that's being rerouted to an agent, so what happens is usually you have more time because the turnaround time is pretty high because it has to go through all the process, and usually that's not the good experience for end users because they have to wait for a long time for such a small duration or for such a small query. Then third thing is like it saves the time for agents. Example, if you have few cases or because there could be some cases which can be answered with the help of knowledge base. Example like, oh, where do I find my order? Right? So you can your bot can literally tell you like where do you find the where can you find where you got and where can you find the answers. So instead of just going through individual person, your bot can save some time for your agents so that way they can concentrate on their actual work than handling these queries. Then efficient redirects for customer inquiries. So here, if you see, we have, uh, as we just now talked about it, like we have seen in the past, customers has so many queries, and those queries can be solved with the help of simple knowledge-based articles, and we just need to navigate them because as soon as we navigate them, they would know, okay, this isn't a question, and this isn't uh, this isn't a question for rerouting it to a specific end user or agent. That way, we're gonna save some time. And another basic, important, and very important thing about this chatbot is like intelligent responses through NLU, because our bot will learn from everyday conversations, and those conversations will give us the idea like what kind of questions uh, our end users are asking, and our bot can learn from it. And with the help of NLU technologies, it can do the some complex operations and it can deviate the actual work to the appropriate people. We're gonna see some examples of this, but before we even go there, now I'm gonna show you like if you wanna build this for in Salesforce. Example, you have a customer in Salesforce, they wanna come to you, you like I'm gonna come up with some use case here. You have a manager and you are getting cases like 1,000 cases per day. Out of 1,000 cases, most of the cases, like 50% of the cases, are just the queries. Those can be handled with the help of knowledge base. When I say knowledge base, that means you can just create some knowledge articles in Salesforce and you can just redirect your users to that articles, and that's it. Like your most of the cases will be resolved. So if you think about the efficiency, your manager is gonna have almost 50% efficiency if he can build this bot. This is just a very, very small example. So if you see the Einstein bot requirements, there are a few requirements which you need to get before you start working with Einstein bots. First and very important thing is like you need to get the service cloud license and chat or messaging license. So you need to pay extra to get these licenses. You can get in touch with your Salesforce account executive and get these licenses set up if you're interested for this bot. Second thing is that you need to run the chat guided setup flow. I'm going to show you a small demo that will show you like how that can be done. Third is like enable the Salesforce knowledge if your bot is going to use that. As Salesforce knowledge is a feature that will let you create knowledge articles and you can publish them online or your like public sites or that can be used internally as well. You can set it up the way you want. Third one is like you can publish an experience cloud site. And why we are doing this? Because if you want to include your chatbot on your existing experience cloud site, you can do that. But if you want to include your chatbot in your own publicly hosted site, you can do that too. I'm going to show you that how that can be done. And yeah, we can provide the embedded chat button for your customers on your community or site. So we saw this. We saw some benefits of chatbot. Now, here are some use cases. Like, what are the actual use cases wherein we can use this bot? First is like answer the FAQs. For example, if your end users have any frequently asked questions, your bot can answer them pretty quick. Then next is like issue reporting. If your end users are facing some issues, so instead of creating or having a long conversations and going through all the hassle, your end users can report these issues directly on the bot in just few clicks or few texts. Then you can also get the information management done. When I say information management, example, your end user may ask you, okay, what is the status of my order? Then your bot will ask you, what's your order number? So based on that order number provided by the end user, you can do the actual call to Salesforce records and show the output on the UI. Third one is like scheduling. If you want to schedule an appointment, this is pretty good use. You don't wanna have your agent or your actual workers spending time on scheduling some appointments. So this bot can literally do it for you because that will pick the or that will show you the real time data, whatever things are available right now, like whatever appointments or dates are available, and based on the available time slots, your scheduling can be done. You can even do the triage, you can do the routing, you can do the qualification of all the records because once you get the data, you can literally write flows on top of the data, and with the flows, you can literally do whatever you want. Example, if you have a specific case which needs routing to a specific queue or specific people, you can customize this the way you want. Then you can even do the customer identification or authentication. When I say that, because you have customers' information, example like you have first name, last name, email ID, or phone number. So you can do the query to your database and find out, okay, who the exact person is. And if I find that person, then I can just literally do the next operation pretty quick because I have all the data in Salesforce. Third one is like the marketing and lead generation. This is very, very important part because most customers they can let their bots talk to their end users, and if they find out that okay, this could be a prospective customer or this could be a lead, the leads can be generated from these bots, and it's a good marketing tool as well. Then just now we saw this. So now we're going to talk about setting up the embedded chat, like how this particular bot can be set in Salesforce. So these are some specific pointers or steps which we'll have to do before we set up the embedded chat. So we need to create one embedded service deployment, which we're going to see. I'm going to show you a demo. So don't get confused by these just statements because I know sometimes it's very hard to just go through the statements, but as soon as you see the demo, it's very easy. So, and then you need to specify your chat window settings, like how your chat should show. Like if you have specific requirements, you can do that. Then you can even uh, brand your chat window. Example, if you want a specific colors, specific text, specific fonts, you can do that. Then you need, once you have this embedded chat done, then add your embedded chat to your website. And how to do that, which I can show you. There is a deployment button. You just need to copy that code and paste it on your site, and then add your chat window to the experience site or your own site. That's which we're gonna see. Okay. Until now, whatever we have seen, I'm sure you might have a lot of questions. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. Any questions so far?
I have a question, Amal.
Sure,
Actually,
sure.
you mentioned that we need to have the service licenses, service cloud licenses to enable this bot and to.
Right.
So, if I want to have a hands-on experience by just going into my day work, is it possible?
Okay, that's a great question. As far
Hmm.
as I know,
Hmm.
so far, because I was trying that,
Hmm.
I don't think so. There is a possibility because right now, I
Oh,
mean, you can.
okay.
I mean, actually, you could. I mean, you could create a bot and everything,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
there is a thing called like transferring to an agent.
Okay, okay.
So when example, right? So if you have a chatbot and
Hmm.
if it is not able to answer the question, so your chat needs to be handled over to the actual end user and
It.
an agent,
Hmm.
but the agent won't be able to pick it up until you have that chat license. So,
Okay, okay.
but you can build this chatbot, but you won't be
Uh-huh.
able to do the actual end-to-end testing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. Just want to see how it works. What are the challenges I'm facing? Thanks
Right.
for your clarification.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on a small project where I need to come up with a design with a chat bot using in the
Right.
experience side. So,
Oh, perfect. So you're gonna see that. Actually, if you use experience side, it's pretty quick. Like
mhm.
literally, I'm telling you, like if you know what you want to do, like literally, you can build this chatbot within a day. So
Thank you.
within,
Yeah,
yeah.
this
So I
session
think
came in perfect timing, I would say.
okay, no problem. Okay, so now anyone else has any questions before we move forward? Because I think I'm just gonna go to a demo now, where I'm going to show you the existing chatbot I've built, and also how that can be set up. Okay, so I assume there are no questions. So let's move forward. Let me just try to share my screen. Just give me a second. Try, trying to log into my. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
I assume. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is, okay. So first of all, the way I asked, right? Like whenever you get a chat or if you want to build any bot, the first important thing is that you need to enable the Einstein bots. So as soon as you go here, there is a radio button here that you'll have to click. So once you click there, the Einstein bot will be enabled in your org, and here you can create the new chatbots. But before even we go there, I'm gonna quickly show you what all other settings do we need. So as first of all, if you want to do it, I'm gonna just go to my user record. On user record, you will see the Service Cloud user. So this has to be checked. Then this has to be checked, the chat user. The chat user is the one which will give you some ability to accept the chats from other users or third party users. Oh, sorry, from your bot, I meant to say. So now these are some basic things which we need. Then remember I was talking to you about the embedded service deployments. So for any bot you create, you need to create the embedded service deployments for that. So I'm going to quickly show you how that looks. So this is where you can set up all your bot, wherein you can say, okay, what all settings do you want? And let me just go through individual settings. So here, these are the some settings which will direct your bot. So example, if your bot wants some delivery receipts, when I say delivery receipts, that means like provide notice to customers when their message is sent to an agent. Also, like if you want to see read receipts, tapping indicators, so this can be configured. So there are multiple settings which you can configure. These are not like a rocket science here. As soon as you see them, you'll be able to configure them, and it's not a big thing. The next thing is like branding. You can select a different brands to your chat. You can select different color. What kind of agent do you want to see? Do you want to see avatar? You can add some logos to it. Then this is the free chat. So when I talk about free chat, right? So have you seen any bots where before you even start the conversation, you can add they want to get the first name, last name, or email of yours, then only they will start the conversation. So this is the one. So if you see about pre-chat, so pre-chat means you can add some fields, example like first name, last name before the chat starts. So that way we would know, like our chatbot would know, like who is exactly I'm talking to, and based on that information, I can even get other information from my Salesforce, and I can show it on the UI. So this is the pre-chat form, which will be shown before even the chat has started. Then this is the code snippet which I was talking to you. So example, if you have your own site and if you just want to include this chat on that site, just copy this code and paste it on your HTML page, and that will show you the chat there. So this is where you're going to copy your chat code, like embedding. This is how you're going to embed this chatbot to your existing site. Let's just go next. So I'm gonna show you the test chart. So this is the test chat. If you have created your own chat and if you want to test, I'm gonna show that to you later. But let's go ahead and see some bot. How do we customize the bot? I hope you guys worked on the flows, right? Have you guys worked on the flows before? Have you created any flow in Salesforce so far?
Yeah, yes, I have
Yeah,
worked on a couple of flows.
perfect. So this is like almost similar to flows here. The UI is whatever you're gonna see, but the only thing is that some components will be different and the usage will be different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just select the existing bot, and just FYI, there are two kinds of bot. Like one is like there is like older version that is like a standard bot, and we have a newer version that's the enhanced bot. So enhanced bot has more features because you can do some customizations with the help of flow. So it has connected because the initial point could be flow. From flow, you can pass your information to the bot, and from bot to the flow. So there is like a two-way conversation that you can customize. So I would always recommend to use the enhanced bot now. The standard is pretty old version. So let's just go and take a look at some enhanced bots. I'm going to click on this EDU2 bot. Okay, so now as soon as you get here, you will see that there is one page called as like welcome page. This is the default page. So as soon as you get here, this the welcome page will be there, and there is like main menu. So by default, whenever you start, you won't see anything. And let me just create the new dialog so that way it will be a little bit easier for you guys. Let me just create one new bot here. I'm just gonna create a new bot here. Just gonna create the enhanced bot. So here it's
Yeah,
gonna
that would
ask
be
you,
helpful. Thank you,
yeah,
Emil.
yeah, of course, yeah. So I'm gonna create one bot here, like and demo. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna click on next. So it's gonna ask me the menu item. So do you want to show some menu items whenever your chat starts?
Amol, Amol, I'm sorry. I think
Oh, I'm
your
so sorry.
screen
Oh,
frozen. Yep.
oh, I'm so sorry. I think I was sharing a different screen. Okay, so I just clicked on new chat here. And let me just do it again. Actually. So if you see here, I'm gonna select the enhanced bot here. I'm just gonna click on start from scratch, and it is asking me to give me the bot name. So I'm gonna give the bot name as Sam Demo. My language will be English. Now here, It's gonna ask you, okay, do you have any welcome message? Hello, hello Stanford, how are you? I can. So this will be the welcome message. As soon as your chatbot starts, it's gonna give you the message like this. And here you have a flexibility to add multiple menus. So this is the initial screen wherein if you want to customize it later, you can even do that. But for now, I'll just add something like order info. Then next is like event info, and I'll just add this to stuff there. So I'm just gonna click on next, and this is where it's gonna ask you like whether do you have any existing omni-channel flow. So when I say omni-channel, do you remember I talked to you about when you use the enhanced bot, you have a way to use the flows. So from your like flow, you can get to the bot, and from bot you can go to the flow, and flow can manage whatever, like you can handle all the operations over there too. So in this case it is asking you like what kind of omni channel you want to use it here. So but here what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask to create an inbound omni-channel flow for my bot. So what it will do is it will create two different flows for your bot. So that way you don't have to create manually. But if you have an existing flow, you can assign it here. So it's just the operation where like if you want to create new flow, you can do that. I'm just going to create new flows for it, and now I'm just going to click on proceed. So once I click on proceed, so the bot is getting created in the background, and okay, it's almost done. I'm going to click on finish now. So as soon as I click on finish, I'm gonna see this screen. So if you see here, if I go to welcome, so there are multiple menu here. On welcome, it's gonna say hello Stanford, how are you doing? And imagine if you want to go to the next step. So there is a step called as next step. And if you want to add components, click on plus here. You can add multiple steps to this, and you can search. For example, if you want to redirect to different dialog, you can click on redirect, and if you can select the menu. Example, in this case, I want to suppose I want to transfer it to no agent whenever there is no agent. So I can. So there are like different dialogues here which you can choose. The dialogues will be like the welcome message, the main menu, but let's not go here for now. I'm just gonna next step will be the main menu. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the main menu here. So if you see main menu here, do you remember we gave two menu options there called as like order info and event info? So this is what it's going to see. Imagine if you want to add more menu items here. So what you can do is you can click here and you can add more items. So I'm going to just click on new dialog here, and I'm going to just add like Stanford demo dialog. Okay, and I'm going to click on save. What will happen is it will create another menu item. So if you see here, we have like multiple steps here, like next, select next step. So here what, so there are, first option is like wait for customer input. So if you select this, what it will do is it will select for user to type something, and based on that you can take action. If you see show a menu, that will show the menu item whatever you have it here. Then there is third option called as start another dialog. So this will let you start another dialog as soon as someone reached here. When I say another dialog, that means another dialog could be like getting more information from user. And fourth option is like transferring to an agent. You have a way to transfer this chat to an agent at any point of time. As soon as I click here, the this particular chat will be transferred to different agent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this thing same. I'm just going to click on save, and at any point of time if you want to see the preview, you have a way to click on like text preview. And let me just start some operation. Hi. So my chat is starting right now. If you see here, now the chat is telling, asking me, hello Stanford, how are you doing? Like order info, event info, and Stanford demo. So I'm going to click, suppose select three. So nothing will happen because I have not done anything. I have not added any actions on Stanford demo dialog. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. I think I gave the wrong spelling mistake. So that's fine. I'm just going to do this. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to add some message here just to show you guys. So I'm going to add the message here. I'm in the event. It's amazing. So I just added the text here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask one question uh, to get the username. What's the name of the user? So what you can do is there is a component called as question. You can select either static or dynamic. I'm gonna select static here. So I'm gonna ask the user what's your name. So what I'm doing here, I'm asking a question to the user who is chatting with the bot. And I'm going to ask here, I'm going to add the entity here. The response will be the text because whatever answer the user is going to give it to me, it will be in the form of text. So this is the expected data type format because name will be always text. So I just chose the text. And here I'm going to save the value, whatever user is going to enter to a variable. I'm going to create one variable here. Variable will be like first name. This will be my variable which I can reuse later. Okay, so let me just go back again and tell you guys what I'm did. So as soon as you start your chatbot, it will come here and then it will ask what do you want to do. So you're gonna select the Stanford demo dialog. In Stanford demo dialog, I'm in Stanford demo dialog right now. I'm just gonna send one message. Then it's gonna ask one question. The question answer will be saved in this feed in this new variable which I created. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add another message. So I'm gonna add another question. Maybe how's how's the weather? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add this variable just now we created, so that way it will add a little bit more personalization. How's the weather more? So this is gonna is gonna do. So I just saved this. So let's just try to see what happens here. So here we are in the board right now. It's gonna ask me three. So I'm gonna select three here. So if you see here, it just went there. I'm in the event. It's amazing because as soon as end user click three, so this is just FYI. This is the text preview. If you go to the actual rich content preview, you're gonna see a much better UI. But this is just a text preview, so that's the reason I just entered three. So don't worry about that. So here it is asking me what's your name. This is what I did just now. I'm gonna just put my name here, Amol. And if you see here, the bot really told me that, okay, how's the weather, Amol? So it took the first name and it saved into that variable. So this is the like very, very simple flow which we just now saw. Similarly, you can add multiple configurations to it, multiple stuff to it. You can even include the flow here. You can even call the apex action. There are multiple steps which you can take. Uh, okay, before I move forward, I think it's a lot. So is there any questions so far? I know you guys might have a lot of questions around this. Any thoughts about this? Do you guys think any suggestions? Anything? Any questions? Okay.
I think we are clear. I'm
Yeah.
clear. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Sounds good. So I think like we are almost there. I just don't want to put a lot of stuff in it. But this is like a small demo, and I'm just gonna go back to my. Let me just do
We can embed this in our experience side as we do for any flows we create in our backend, right?
Yes, you can do
Okay.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to show you one real-time example now, which I built.
Sure. Hmm.
So I'm just gonna go there. So the one you saw just now, that was like with the rich text. Sorry, that was the plain text. Here, you see, this is the chat out. This is the chat which I have created. I'm just sharing my screen right now. So this is the page. As soon as I click here, the chat is going to start, and it's gonna. If you see here, it's gonna tell me like, did you what has joined? I'm the assistant. Like, so please select from the options below. So this is the exact thing which we did just now. I created some menu items. So I just created something, example, I want to transfer to an agent. Or if I want to get some information, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just click on ebook. So as soon as I click on ebook, it's going to ask me, what do you want to know? Like, I'm just gonna search ebook again. Can't access ebook. So this is the question I'm asking to the bot. Then the bot is going to go and search in the knowledge base for me. So it found out that there are some articles for my question. What I can do is I can just go here. I just selected an article and it's going to give me the information about that. So if you see here, in this case, I didn't have to create any case. I didn't have to talk to anyone. It just did the internal search and then it will ask you, okay, was it helpful? This is the information which my bot written. I'm just gonna click on, okay, no, it's not helpful for me. So what it's gonna do is it's going to ask me more information, which I'm not gonna do. I'm just gonna go to end the conversation. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just start my conversation again. And I want to show you how the transfer to an agent works. So in this case, from this bot, you can transfer to an agent. I transfer to an agent here. So here, I am just logging into my, let me just logging into my Omni channel. Show you guys how that, oh, because it says that none of the agents are available. So let me make myself available here. Okay, I just made myself available. Again, I'm gonna go here and I'm going to start the conversation again. Agent. Okay, if you guys see here, I just received a request here.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm logged into Salesforce right now, and in Salesforce, I'm going to say this. I'm just gonna select this. This is my omni-channel flow which I have set up. I'm just gonna select this, and it's gonna start the conversation with my bot right now. So if you see here, I received all the information, whatever I did. So I'm gonna say, "How are you?" And your end user, the bot will see this, like how it looks like it's gonna, so you can do to and fro conversation. So I just wanted to show you one example where you can transfer this bot to actual user in Salesforce and you can talk to them and you can even do multiple operations there. And this is how the chat window in Salesforce will look like. And if you want to end the chat, you can do it. You can, if you want to associate this chat to a specific case record, you can do that. I just created, I have an existing case. You can just do that. If you want to associate this to a specific contact, I can do that. So I
Mhm.
just associate this particular chat with specific end user. So this was the small demo of everything. Now we should talk about the utterances, like where the AI comes into picture, because whatever we have seen so far, there was no AI. There was like some standard stuff. What I'm gonna do is let me just share my.
Amol, I have one just
Yeah,
clarification before we
yeah,
move forward.
yeah.
Can we use the same the chatbot to capture any information from the user and create a record in Salesforce if there is no existing record?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. I'm so sorry. What was your question
Uh,
exactly?
Sorry, we can use the chatbot to capture the
Right.
customer information
Right.
as they are not a customer right now, but they just want to browse
Right.
something from the site and they like I would be capturing as a lead. Is it possible to create a
Yes.
record using from there?
Absolutely. You can literally do anything. So the thing is that the biggest good thing about this chatbot is
Hmm.
you can call a flow from chatbot, and in the
Okay.
flow you can create whatever you want. So
Okay.
imagine, right, the chatbot which we created just now. Here
Hmm.
we know the first name, right? First
Yep.
name. You can get the information from end user, first
Mm.
name, last name, email, and whatever. And you
Hmm.
can pass this information to your flow,
Yep.
and you can create the records there, whatever you want.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is
It will
absolutely
just like
possible.
act like a screen flow window.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. That's
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's right. That is definitely possible. And I want to show you like now, like how the AI will come into picture. Because if you see here, I think let me just go back to my things first. Okay, are you able to see my screen right now or no? Just- Okay, so if you guys see my screen,
Yeah, we see the
right,
presentation.
yeah, yeah. So now, like right now, we saw everything was like pretty much standard, right? I mean, there was no AI involved because it was pretty much everything was standard format. So here, the NLP will come into a picture here. Like you have a way to use Salesforce Einstein to make your conversation or chatbot more more user friendly, and it will try to understand the intents, and based on that intents, it will try to find the answer for you. I will give an example, right? So not everything is like AI. So here in this case, if you see here, for me, if I want to find my order, the customer can ask multiple questions. Like example, like give me an order update. Someone might say, okay, check order status. Someone might say, what is the ET of my order? Like there could be like multiple questions to that. So NLP, or like natural language understanding, like NLU, to interpret user inputs and respond appropriately. We call these user inputs at utterances, and different utterances that signal the same request make up an intent. So example, right? So if a particular question can be framed like thousand times or thousand in thousand ways. So our bot, with the help of natural language processing, it will try to understand with the help of each and every day's conversation that okay, this means like he's looking for order status. This means this. This means that. So here we have a way to enable the intents. With those intents, we can even set up all these questions, and even you can let your bot learn from everyday conversations. So this is like a small thing, and if you want to configure that in your bot, actually we don't have a lot of time to talk about everything. But I'm just gonna quickly show you here. If you see here, enable dialogue intent, so this is where the Einstein will come into picture. So whenever you enable the dialogue content, and if you enable the Einstein here, here in the dialogue intent, you can add multiple utterances. So example, for a specific question like where is my order, what's order status, I didn't get my order, you can add multiple utterances here. And with the help of these utterances, your bot will learn, and it will always navigate those questions or those specific words to this spot. So I think we are like almost there with our session. Let me just go back to this. We just saw the demo. And okay, any questions?
No, Amol, like the session is very nice.
Yeah, thank you so much for that.
Yeah, I
And
love the chatbot that has been created by you.
yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, and trust me, like that was like pretty easy to create. I literally created that in a couple days. So it's just like you need to know what needs to be done, and if you have a flow ready, it's very easy to. It's just like point and click. There is nothing to be done except if you have any logic to be written, which you can do even in Apex or which you can do in Flow. But yeah, but the thing is that this is whatever I have seen so far. The chatbots in Salesforce, they are very easy to build.
Thank you. Thank you, Amal.
Yeah,
It's a very informative session. Get to learn a
absolutely.
lot from you, as always.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I have few gifts for people who are in present. So if you guys join in present next time in person,
Sure.
you guys will get some gifts. So
Yeah.
for now, thank
Due
you
to
so
snow,
much.
I couldn't come. I have planned
I
for
know
in person earlier, but
it's
after
okay.
seeing the road condition, I just
I know, I know. That's fine. No worries. I
Yeah.
mean, but yeah, it was really nice talking to you guys, and I hope to see you guys again. Thank you so much. Have a
thank you,
great
Amal.
long
See
Yeah.
weekend
you.
ahead. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye. And Amol,
Yes.
I would like to know another thing. Like in order to grow in Salesforce, it is very important to do the certifications, right?
Mm-hmm. I
Uh,
mean,
yeah.
yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Finish your question. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, like, do we have any other ways like we can get vouchers or anything? because I find it bit costly at this point of my stage. So, any suggestions for me?
So the thing is that, right? So yes, certifications are like very, very um, mandatory, I would say, because nowadays everyone asks for some certifications before they even interview you. And for us, we usually get some certification vouchers once in a while. They used to give it a lot, like a couple of years ago. Right now, they have some budget around that, and like they do share some vouchers once in 6 months or so. If I get anything, I would definitely get in touch with you, and I will definitely share them with you guys, whoever is available. But the only problem is that I don't know the timeline, and I don't know when they do it, because they're giving the vouchers is like very random nowadays, and they don't do it like in specific time. But
Mm.
if I come across with any group leader, if anyone has any other vouchers, I would definitely let you know. Just send me your email. Just send me just send me an email on my Gmail, and then I will just take a look. And if I get anything, I will always respond to that.
I have
Uh,
one input on that, because when I was
Yeah,
doing, yeah, I did feel that it's a little bit costly.
right.
Attending the certification days also gives a voucher that helps
Mhm.
to reduce the cost of like 50% of the certification
yes.
uh, payment. So
Yeah, and also just to add to Aisha's, I think like we also once in a while they also creates the voucher codes like Groupon codes, which you can use them and reduce the price by 50%. I think they had it like a couple months ago. I posted it in our group as well. But yeah, I think Aisha has more experience around this. She might know
Yeah.
more than me.
Actually, Aisha, I've been checking this certification, Salesforce certification days since the past 3 months, but I haven't come across even a single webinar.
yeah, it takes time. Yeah, earlier it used to be frequent, like every quarter they used to have one or two meetings, depends on the timing. But I have seen a reduce in number of webinars now. Maybe it's a budget constraint. I'm not sure about it.
Amul, can
Mhm.
you tell me your email once again, please?
Okay, let me just post it in my chat box. Okay, I just added in the chat. So if you can just copy paste there. Wait. So where are you located? You know?
Uh, right now, I am in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it.
Yeah. And it's very snowy for me.